Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. You are listening to Introverted YouTube channel. Please subscribe the channel and do like the video if you like my voice, my tone, and love to continue the story. In this video, we are reading Must Hate the Playboy, chapter 7, Indifferent. Aramiklama. This chapter is in James' point of view. What are we doing now, James? Chole asked after she shared to me the news about Tori and Zach. Zach left Tori for good. He was nowhere to be found. He finally let her out. This was what I wanted, right? For Zach to be a friend, to leave Tori alone. But then again, why was I feeling like a shit? I was speechless. I didn't realize that this was the consequence of her scheme. It never occurred to me that my world hit Zach straight to his brain, that he would actually do the things I told him. I always thought of him as an aggressive type, the possessive one. He never listened me. He never admitted his mistake, but this time he did. For my sake and for Tori's. What have I done? Haven't I done enough stupidity to my best friend? What kind of friend would do this? What kind of friend would betray his friends just for the sake of fucking love? I was angry with Zach for giving up, but then again I was angrier with myself for tucking him in to do this fucking thing, to do the noble thing that was never unlike him. What kind of sick mind do you have, James? I had drunk another shot of whiskey and thrown the empty glass at the wall, smashing it. It made Chole jolt up in surprise. We are at the hotel where I was staying. I was surprised to see her sitting at my couch when I arrived. The original plan was to ignore her, but after some bickering, I decided to hear her out just to get this over and done with. As she narrated the story about what happened to Zach and Tori at Mexico, and so was the letter that Zach gave to Tori, the guilt that I had been hiding had resurfaced again. This time it was 10 times bigger. Shit, it was true that regret is more bothering than guilt. Because if there is guilt, there will always be regrets. I will always be the product of your wicked behavior. The constant reminder of the reckless thing you did. I will not be taken away so easily. I will just keep on piling up until you resolve it. And I didn't face it, I couldn't face it. James, calm down, Chole tried to smooth me out. I turned to her direction, enraged. Calm the fuck down. Are you hearing yourself, Lois? How can I calm down when the girl I love is hurting so bad? Because of my best friend left her and I'm the sole reason as to why he decided to let her go. Tell me, will shouting can resolve something, huh? James, you tell me, she fired back. This is your fucking fault, I hissed at her. She walked closer to my direction and pushed me hard. I perfectly know my mistake and I accept it. Dwelled on it. Felt sorry for it. Now it's time to learn yours. There was an silence in the room. I was heaving and she was too from the sudden burst of anger we let out a while ago. Johnny was the cunning type. When she wants something, she will do anything to get it. But she also had the sense of compassion. When she felt that she was aggravating someone into achieving what she wanted, she immediately come into her sense and repeat on the thing she'd done. That was the thing that I don't possess. When I did something bad, I always reciprocated with concealment. I always hide from my mistake. The only thing that I know to redeem myself was the mask it with good deeds. To disguise myself into being a good man. What a cowardly way of thinking. Chole turned her head towards the bar. She poured herself a whiskey and drowned on it. James, I'm sorry for doing this to you, for making you do this shit, she said with a calm voice. I wanted to blame her for everything, for how everything was so messed up, but then I couldn't. I was responsible for my action. She only gave me an idea and advice. It was still up to me if I was going to go through with it. I couldn't accuse someone for my own action because at the end of the day, if I had always been my choice, it had always been my choice. I was the one who told Tori to fake date with me. I was the one who confronted Zetch to let Tori go. I was the one who betrayed the two important people in my life. This was my fault. I should take responsibility for the thoughtless action I did. I left the hotel immediately, leaving Chole behind. At first, I don't know where I should start. I want to go to Tori, but then again, I do not have the guts to do so. I was unsure of what to say her. I couldn't face her because the guilt was consuming me. So I just did the things I was good at. Solving it by doing what I know was right. That was good. Fine, Zach. I settled into rushing into Zach's place. I believed he would still be here. If he really planned to get away, I bet he was still packing up his things. I still have hope. I could still talk some senses into him and convince him that what he was doing was totally crap. That everything was nothing but a big fake lie. That was very cowardly and unlike him to leave everything behind. But it was as if fate has been toying with me. That was nowhere to be found. It What do you mean? You don't know where he is? Of course you know, Boris. You are always with him. You always know where he is, what he is doing. Just tell me where the fuck Zach is. I demanded Boris to answer. I was angry when I barged inside the Zach's place. Boris told me right away that Zach was not there, that he never came back from his trip to Mexico. I was very suspicious that Boris does not have any idea where Zach was. He deserved the Anderson family for years, and it was his duty to protect the only heir of Anderson Enterprises. And guys, here Boris is Bobby according to the web series. The names in the book is different from the web series we have seen. So I'm just telling you for the clarification. Okay, now we'll continue. James, he stared and the tone he used this time was different. I was like, when Zach and I were fighting over a small thing when we are kids, I recognized this. It was the tone when he wanted to use to calm down. Yes, I know where he is, but I am not going to tell you anything for your sake and his. You don't know what you're talking about, Boris. This is for Zach's sake. This is what will make him happy and whole again. Make him happy whole again is to accept his mistakes and learn from it. Zachary had never been the compromising type. This was the first time he felt defeated and not having what he wanted in the silver plates. This was the first time he thought of other people to put their feelings first before his own. You of all people should know that. I was looking at Boris, the old man, the man who had been our father when our real dad was busy making money and stuff. He knew Zach and me inside and out. He was right. Zach was born rich, pampered and spoiled. He had everything in the palm of his hands. No one dared to say no to him. He would do everything that pleased him. He even used other people to do his schemes to get what he wanted. And if we get soft towards him and hand him over the thing he wants the most, he will continue to believe that he indeed will have everything and the world is in favor of him. He always thought that he had you and me to clean up his mess. That's why he keeps us on repeating the same mistakes. For 18 years, he never learned a thing, but Victoria Page gave him the thing we tried for years for him to learn to be unselfish. This time, let him be. Let him stand out. Let him stand on his own. But he needs Tori, and Tori needs him. Fuck this, Boris. They should be together. I throw my hands on the air and pure rage. None of this was making any sense. Boris walked towards me and put his hands on my shoulder. Relationship will not last if both of them are broken, James. This is reality. You can't fix everything just because you thought that they need each other. They lied and used each other. They hurt the people they love the most. They will be happy, yes, at first, but then after that they will feel remorse. They will blame themselves for the hurt of the people around them. That will be the start of their downfall. Sometimes separation is the key for them to realize the importance of the one another. Let them be, James, for them to be the better person. I shrugged. Boris hands away me. I was being stubborn. I know I perfectly get his point. But then again, this idea was insane. No, Boris, if what you are saying is right, then let them sort this out by talking to one another. Zach's own story and explanation and a piece of paper chung is not enough to sum the things up. If he wants to be a better person, he better start with Victoria Page. I walked out on Boris and headed towards the elevator. I know that this situation will help Zach, but then what about Tori? This wasn't Zach being selfless. At the end of the day, he only thought of himself. He left Tori without knowing what was her say about this fucking split up. He never sought her hands to this. He just concluded that this was the best solution for everything. He was being selfish. But then again, it would always fall back to me. I was the reason Zach did let go of Tori. I was the one who told him that he doesn't deserve Tori. Most importantly, I was the one who asked him that for once he should be a friend to me. I punched the wall of the elevator out of frustration. I kept on blaming everyone around me, not accepting that everyone started in me for once. I should do the thing. I should have done it in the first. I should tell Tori about all my life. I should tell her what really happened. I should accept the fact that Victoria Page belongs to Zach. But I have to find Zach first. I couldn't care less about Boris' theory. What was important right now is for them to be happy, to be together again. Where the hell are you hiding now, Anderson? Hey James, are you ready? Peter, my teammate called me out of repair. I haven't realized that I was spacing out again. I haven't realized that I was thinking about that day again. I was at the locker room of the polo club of getting ready for the match. When I was still in the pack, I always watch one and do some play around with other teams. I missed playing polo, which was the reason why I decided to play this year. Yes, that was the reason and my decision. Not until I learned that Zach would play too as my opponent. Zach came back. Now I was unsure if I still want to play this year. I still couldn't face him. What was I supposed to say him? Hey buddy, what's up? Are you finally here to get Tori back? Fuck. Why now? Why of all the time and place? Why the fuck now? After months of searching for nothing, he finally showed up at the last place that I would think he could be, and the time when everything was starting to get better. James, the voice that called me out, sent chills inside me. I was hesitant to look at that direction, uncertain of what I would do or say to him. But then I couldn't ignore him right now. I turned to him and saw him walking towards me with a grin on his face. Nice to know that you're playing. He grabbed my hands and gave it a shake. For a moment, I stared blankly at him. What was that all about? But I couldn't let him see my distressed featuring, so I just decided to play along. Nice to know you're playing too. How come they never mention about you playing this year? It was a sudden decision. Actually, the moment I came here to Hampstead, Leo contacted me right away and asked me to play for their team. And when did I say no to a polo match, huh? He said with a laugh. I frowned at this, not because I thought it fake or something, but because it was actually his real laugh. I was cautious and at the same time suspicious of his action. How come he was talking to me as if nothing happened? After all the lies and the things that happened last December, how come he was being civil with me? The last time I checked, I betrayed him. The sole reason as to why Tori and him were not together, it was all because of me. His best friend, the real Zach that I know will be punching the daylight out of me until he was satisfied. But no, he was giving me a greeting and a genuine laugh. This is what like a virtual punch on my guts. Hey, I'll catch up with you later. I have to go some rounds up with my horse. See you at the match. He patted my shoulder and left. I stayed glued to where I was standing, unable to process the unexpected reunion that transpired a while ago. What the fuck was all that about? What kind of sick game are you playing, Zach? Yeah, this chapter has come to an end. So tomorrow I'll come with chapter 8. Until then, stay connected. We'll see you tomorrow. Do subscribe my channel and like the video. We'll meet tomorrow. Tata bye.